All right, straight out of Medford, Jeannie MAE.
Klamath Falls.
Whatever.
Klamath Falls.
Whatever.
It's not that hard.
If it's not California, it's like whatever. That one's for you,
This
Lacey.
is what I have to deal with, you guys.
What brings you to Renegade Products this week?
You, unfortunately. You said, Jeannie,
What a
get on a
special
plane.
treat.
And I said, okay. I'll
Get
be
on
there.
a plane. For those of you that don't know, Jeannie is actually going to start participating a bit more of the booth management for us and with us. So we brought her down to do some training. So we went through a bunch of different stuff yesterday. Tell us how your experience on all the fun bottles, the pretty bottles that you saw. What did you take on all of them?
Pete came in with all the different types of products that we offer and sat me down and went over each one in depth, products by product, what they do, the pros and cons of each product, and it was actually pretty awesome to see the difference. We offer a lot of different products that I didn't even know about, so it was nice to be able to sit down and go through each product, each pro, each con, exactly what they're used for, see all the pretty colors and the different smells, and yeah, it was pretty surreal.
I think what I really would like to know is in that entire experience, like you started off the whole session really with that big massive donut. How was that? How was that big maple donut?
In my defense, you brought me in here bright early. I was flying at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
You told me you got up at like 2 a.m. just to catch that flight.
Yeah, because I live in Klamath Falls, which is a very tiny little blip on the map.
2 hours from Medford.
Yes. So I had to drive an hour and a half to the airport just to get there, to come here. I starved myself, flew all the way down here just to eat a maple donut.
You should be starving yourself though as a model, right?
No.
Like every time I see you on a snap, it's either a donut or a beer.
Don't listen to Rami.
It's either
I do like beer. I do like
either
donuts.
she's drinking beer or she's having a donut on her Snapchat.
I like beer. I'm not gonna change.
So so it's either like beer, donuts, or she's actually at the gym. So that's a big part of your life. Tell us about that. Like, you know, how involved are you in the workout routine?
I try to work out every day. I get up early, I do my cardio in the morning, and then I go to work all day because I'm a hardworking American.
Amen.
And then, and then after work, I go to the gym for a couple of hours, normally 2 hours.
You do 2 gym sessions a day?
I just do cardio in the morning, and then I do strength training at night.
What's a cardio? Are you jogging or something, or what are you doing?
I don't run. No, I'm lazy. I walk at a high pace for about half an hour.
That's still really good though. Okay, that's not too bad.
I don't run unless cops are chasing me or I have to get a horse or something.
That burns off 1 beer at least.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. And then it's weights in the evening after that?
Yep. And then I do strength
What's your weight routine? What do you focus on?
So me and my trainer right now are trying to build and tone. So I do 2 days of like upper body, 2 days of lower body, and then 1 day kind of an all around.
Let's talk lifestyles for a little while. Okay. I know that there's been, I know it's been a very popular topic lately.
To say the least, yeah.
But I think there's a lot of misconception of what the Renegade portal is, what the Renegade lifestyle is, and specifically what it is not. And when I first pitched it to you way back when, I think it was maybe back in October or maybe September, October or something like that.
It was way before that. It was even before Daytona.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's been in the works for a while. And it took a little bit to kind of get the programming behind the scenes all done so that we can facilitate it. And I think it wasn't until maybe October is when we launched it, right? Because I know you and some of the other girls were here. And was it September they were here? I can't remember, Jordan. When was that? September? Yeah. So we did the kind of, the small get-together in September, did some photo shoots, autos, some lifestyle type stuff. And then we launched it shortly thereafter. So without, and this is like for the audience out there that's actually listening, this is a unrehearsed, unscripted type of conversation.
To be fair,
So it's unscripted. So literally from the horse's mouth. This is one fucked up podcast. That's all I can say.
I quit. Taking the next flight out of here.
All right, so this is like straight from the horse's mouth type of thing, basically. So it's unscripted, and relatively unedited, because I really don't want to edit out kind of like what you want to say and what you don't want to say. And I want to go on the record as saying, I want you to say exactly how you feel about everything. Like, and how was it like? How was it pitched to you? What does it mean to you, and what is it not to you? So I'm not necessarily want to put you on the hot seat, but I think you're one of the more visible faces of Renegade, and it's important that as a partner that people understand out there really what we're trying to do.
Okay. So for the lifestyle portal, for me, it's a way for everybody to see what we are other than Renegade. As you know, I'm with Renegade. I go to the booth with you. I go to truck shows with you. Everyone sees me and they think, oh, Renegade products. Well, I'm more than just Renegade. And for the lifestyle portal, that's what it's trying to capture. It's trying to get my followers and my supporters to see what else I do other than just Renegade. So I'm a single mom. I ride horses. I'm a project manager. I'm a Christian. You can see all of that in my lifestyle portal.
Beer drinker.
You can see all of that in my lifestyle portal. I try to show like what me and my son do on the weekends. I try to show me riding horses. I try to show me doing chores at the ranch. I try to show also some truck shows, some behind the scenes at truck shows. Really, the lifestyle portal's a way for all of our supporters to step inside to our life, and it's a way for them to follow along with our life. Yes, we do that on Instagram as well, but there's stuff I post on the portal that I don't post on Instagram. I do once a week, I try to go live and I make a videos with like a get to know me. So like I take questions from my supporters and I answer those. So a lot of people are like, well, what do you do for work? What is a project manager? How old is your son? Tell me more about you. Tell me more about your tattoos. And in my portal, I try to answer those, but I try to make it personal, so you have to go to my portal to be able to view that. I also post like model coaching videos in there. I also post videos about trainings. I also post behind the scenes from like when I go and I coach girls at photo shoots. And then I also try to post just more in depth in my life with whether it's like my personal beliefs, whether it's my tattoos, my son, like I said, my job, my horses. I just try to make it a viewing point for my supporters to be able to see who I am. The portal offers financial freedom for us. It offers a way for us to monetize ourselves and to pay for all of our trips.
Yeah, and let me interject a little bit on that, and then you continue. The whole purpose of doing the lifestyle portal is because honestly, that's the trend. That's the next step of the evolution of social media. Right now, all of us on whatever platform you're using, whether it's Insta or Snap or TikTok, Facebook, whatever it is, you're basically spending your time and your efforts creating content for public viewing. Free public viewing, and that's fantastic. But I think the next evolution of that is going to be much what you see happening with True Fans and OnlyFans and Patreon, and even at this point, Instagram and TikTok getting into the game of helping and allowing the creators to monetize, whether it's through the money through Reels or money through the TikToks. And the light went off in our head that basically, we should be doing the same. We should be allowing our partners, our creators, to work within a corporate structure that allows us to both monetize some of the stuff that we do at the truck shows, because we do generate a lot of media. I mean, the stuff that you see on whether it's our Instagram or the partners' Instagrams, that's just a very thin, small sliver of all the media we capture. I mean, we take 1,000 pictures at a one-day truck show, and we might publish collectively, 50 or something like that.
Yeah, because you can't post 100 pictures of the same
exactly. And so what we're going to try to do with all of that is behind the scene it with the creators and tack that onto what they do normally for a living. The lifestyle portal is not designed to be an extension of Renegade as an advertising platform. It's more so an opportunity for our partners to work with us and within us to monetize, to basically make money with the media that they create, whether it's media with us at a show or media that they create by themselves in their on their ranch, with their horses, as Jeannie said, at work, wherever. That is where the future is going, and we think, and we always have been, I believe, one of the more cutting edge organizations as far as media and media management. and that's where we're going with it. Having said that, though, Jeannie, please continue. Like it. So your plan is basically to you. It is, if I'm just summarizing, is to present to your followers, your subscribers, as we call them, more of an inside view of really kind of what you are beyond just the limited public view that they see on Instagram or Snapchat, for example.
Yeah, so like if you go on my Instagram, you're going to see Jeannie with a truck. You're going to see Jeannie with Renegade product. You're going to see Jeannie with a car. My portal for me is a way to show who I am. It's a way to show what makes me unique. It's a way to show why I'm different than Athena or from Lacey or any of the other girls. It's a way for my supporters to get in depth with me and to actually get to know the real Jeannie. It's a way for them to see what I like, see what I don't like. It's a way for them to interact with me more personally, and it's also a way for me to interact with them, because on Instagram, I have a large following, so it's hard for me to reach out to every single message I get, and it's hard for me to give that supporter or that follower the attention that they deserve.
Right, so you probably get a ton of DMs on your Instagram, for example.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to really interact with all those followers, whereas on the portal, it's designed to be more private and more deliberate in the interaction with the followers and the subscribers.
Yeah, it's more personal.
Yeah.
Like on Instagram, you might get stuck in a message request if I don't follow you back, and I won't see that.
Right.
But on my portal, if you message me, I see it right away, and I can message you right back. If you want to hop on a chat or do a video chat, we could totally do that. Like, there's so many different avenues you could take on the portal that aren't offered on social media, and that's one thing that I really value about the portal, is that it's a way for your fans to get to know you more, and it's a way for you to get to know them, because I appreciate all of my subscribers. I appreciate all of my supporters, and it's a way for me to show them that, hey, I really appreciate you taking the time to invest in me. How can I do this? How can we move forward with this? What do you want to see from me? What could I do that you would like more? What am I doing that you don't like? It's a way for me to get feedback, and it's also a way for me to show you that I value your feedback.
Right. It's like basically having your own private Instagram. That's kind of how it's set up. It's set up so that Jeannie can manage, or any of the creators can manage, her particular page, her particular site, as she sees most appropriate for her audience, and she will probably manage it differently than again, like Athena might, or Lacey, or any other girls might. And that's the freedom that's given to the creators. Each one, it basically is able to brand themselves within that platform as an individual, as opposed to just again, and there's nothing wrong with being just a truck model. Don't get me wrong. That don't mean that in a derogatory form. It's just that I think I think for growth to occur, there needs to be something, media growth, that is beyond just a picture with a truck or a picture with a car. I think
because all of us have something more to
right,
offer.
and that's I think where some of the more successful media people have been, is allowing the followers and or subscribers into their life to see what they're really more about. That's what creates the bond, as opposed to just a bikini model or a truck model or whatever model there may be.
I agree. And as part of an influencer, I think that we owe it not just to the companies we work with, but to our followers, to show them who we are and show them what makes us us. And I think that's a lot of the misconception with influencers. They think you can just post a picture with product and you're done with your job. Well, you're not. It goes so much more than that, because if you're not constantly producing media, then why would I follow you? Why would I see what you're doing if you're not producing good media?
Yeah, exactly. And it's all about media. The public media and the private media, I think, will work hand in hand. There'll always be an Instagram and probably a TikTok and whatever else is coming down the road. And those are important avenues for publicizing, for broadcasting who you are to the general public, but bringing the general public, or some of the more limited followers, maybe the hardcore loyal followers, into a private environment, allows for much greater interaction that's rewarding for both the creator and also for the follower or subscriber.
Absolutely.
So having said that, though, let's clear up a couple of misconceptions. Like, I'm sure there are a lot of course, in social media, women tend to have most of the power. I mean, guys don't really follow guys all that much unless you're, an athlete or an artist or a high roller or something like that. Dudes just don't typically follow dudes. Dudes do, however, they follow women, and that's what gives, our position has been working with influencers such as yourself, because candidly most of your followers are male. And that's the market that we're trying to reach. Guys that, of course gals have them also, but by and large it's the guys that have, the trucks, and they can keep them clean and all that kind of fun stuff. But I think the misconception is like, okay, fine, so you can do some of that on public media without a doubt. There's a wide spectrum of what you can, and and you get to that borderline of what you can't or shouldn't. But a lot of people have taken to the private media, and there are several private media sites. Again, we've talked about OnlyFans and TrueFans and Patreon, and there are private websites that you can set up basically as GMA.com, and like Sophie has done something like that. But like, what is it like? There's a misconception kind of like what we are, because we are, like, and I'm not, like, this is not a Jesus moment. This is not. I'm not like, not passing judgment or any moral judgment, for example, on the OnlyFans portal. I mean, the creators are free to brand themselves and do what they want for themselves without judgment from me anyway. But much like people are free to do their own branding within the private sites, ours is no different, really. I mean, there's certain things that we even though it's your portal, your site, Jeannie, falling within the umbrella of Renegade, there are just certain things that we do and don't do. Having put together the Renegade lifestyle portal primarily to support the creators, to support the partners in both media creation and the monetization of that media, there is a little bit of a misunderstanding out there in the marketplace of exactly what does it mean.
Okay.
So why don't you tell us exactly kind of what it means to you without me having to coach you on that?
Okay. So I think the biggest misconception with the Renegade Lifestyle Portal is a lot of people expect there to be like graphic content on there. I'm not in any way belittling the ladies that do that with like their own like OnlyFans or Patreon or whatever other portals that there is. That's just not for me. For me, the Renegade Lifestyle Portal is a way for me to bring out my unique personality. It's a way for my supporters to get to know me. It's a way for me to post my fashion modeling on there, or my other avenues that I work with on there without everyone being able to see it. I want my supporters to be able to see it one-on-one. I want it to be a personal experience for them to say, oh, Jeannie also does this. Oh, Jeannie also does that. I don't want there to be any misunderstanding that I do graphic content, because I don't. The Renegade Lifestyle Portal is a way for ladies to monetize their social media. It's a way for us to support ourselves and going to shows. It's a way for us to support ourselves and going to these exotic trips and getting together with the group and doing like a getaway, a weekend getaway with the girls. The lifestyle portal was not designed for graphic content, and I think that's the biggest misconception.
Yeah, and I'll fill in a little bit more of the blanks on that. The lifestyle portal, candidly, was designed to do two things. One is to help the girls monetize all the content that they're creating, the stuff that they just don't have. Like, there are only so many things you can do on public social media without some kind of level of burnout by the followers. However, those followers that do want to see more of, for example, Jeannie and her horses, now have that opportunity to transition over, subscribe, and see more of that content that she's able to show in her private portal. The second part of it is, Renegade in particular, and me specifically, I'm not going to retire on the proceeds from the lifestyle portal. I mean, there just isn't, I'm never going to have 1,000 creators doing stuff. That's just too much for me to handle, quite honestly. The whole purpose of it for me was to help the girls monetize, and hopefully some of the dudes as they come on board, take my portion of that and plow it back into shows and excursions and events. Because for me, at the end of the day, it's the content creation, it's the media creation, it's the content support for the creators that really is more of interest to me, especially as we go down the road of brand building for everybody. You know, we're looking forward to one day when, you know, Jeannie can take her brand and take it to a show and sell T-shirts and caps and stickers and whatever she wants to do. That's kind of part of the whole lifestyle aspect of it. It's not designed to be a, you know, a Renegade money maker, as opposed to a support mechanism for the collective media of the partners and the group.
Yeah, because with the portal, the girls are only going to be as successful as they make it. So if we invest our time into it and we're constantly posting like media on it, we're constantly posting vaults, we're constantly doing like, hey, come live with me, learn more about me. That's a way for us to monetize that. That's a way for us to make profit in that. So that profit I make, I can turn around and I can put into my MAE modeling, and I can put into making shirts, and I can put into calendars, and I can put into going to shows. The support that I get from the Renegade lifestyle, I put directly back into my company. I put it directly back into funding for my website, my own personal website. So I think a lot of the people don't understand that with the lifestyle portal, the Renegade lifestyle portal, it's a job. It's a.
Thank you, and that's a great point too. The short history. I don't know if we covered this in the last podcast. At the sake of being redundant, forgive me, everybody.
He's old.
My advanced age and encroaching dementia. Thank God I forget a lot of things. Jeannie came to us really just about a year ago at LST.
Yep,
almost a year.
LST.
We'll be at LST here again in a couple of weeks. She came to us. She had, I don't know, like under 5,000 followers, 4,000 for what I remember. And she is a perfect example of what hard work can help you achieve. She is like nonstop on her Snap, on her Tik, on her Instagram. And those habits are really important. I mean, there are a lot of people that DM us or contact us. How do I become a Renegade influencer or partner or girl or whatever you want to call it, model sometimes? And you know, one of the first things I look at it basically is frequency of posting, because social media, whether it's public or it's private, it's like having a puppy. It's like having a baby. Man, you need to feed this thing all the time if you want it to survive. And I think that's one of the things I want you to go through, Jeannie. Like, what's your MO? Like, how do you do it? It's like, I've seen some very successful ladies. Lacey does a great job. Chloe, the Cummins Cowgirl, is like nonstop on her portals. A few other ladies they're just killing it out there because they understand that it's if it's not like your full-time job, it's definitely a close second-time job.
It's a job.
So
it's a full-time
tell
job.
us kind of like your commitment to that and like what keeps you going and why and how do you do it?
The reason why I do it, I guess, is because I do it for my fans. They want to see more, so I want to give them more. I also do it because I love it. Like I love going to shows. I love creating the content. I want to be able to give my followers or my supporters the content that they want to see.
Surely there got to be some days when you're like, oh man, I just don't feel like doing this today. How do you push yourself? What do you do?
You just get past it. I have my bad days. I have off days. I have days where I just want to lay in bed all day and not do anything. But I have to. If I want to be successful, I have to keep doing it. I have to be driven. One thing that the Renegade Lifestyle Portal offers that I absolutely love is that you can schedule posts. You can make and I do this because I work full-time. I'm a single mom. I travel a lot. I can go in there and I can drop 20 posts and I can schedule them to post at different times, cool, which I absolutely love. Mm-hmm. That was one feature I was really excited about. With Instagram, I set a timer for a certain amount of hours, and every so hours I make a post. Same with TikTok. I'll go through on my spontaneous days where I just want to make a bunch of TikToks, and I'll draft them and I'll save them, and then I'll go through on days where I notice I haven't been posting, and I'll go through and post a couple.
How many Tiks you doing now on the average every day?
A day I try to do at least 2.
Yeah.
Two a day.
TikTok is a very, I think TikTok and Instagram are becoming very exhausting platforms.
Yes.
Because both platforms obviously are competing against each other, but they're both almost, they're rewarding you for being on there. Like my understanding from TikTok and all the creators I've spoken to and the people that are behind the scenes, man, if you're not posting 5 or 6 or 7 times a day, you're just not gonna make it. I mean, they want you on that platform, and they want you stuck on that platform. And they reward the people that are just like nonstop creating. And the same thing with Instagram. They're going the same direction really on the reels. You know, they're rewarding people that are on there. You know, it could be, you know, and my advice to you creators is, you know, it doesn't have to be a potential Oscar nod type of product you're putting. It's like, just get something up there. Something usually is better than nothing, because, you know, you may have 10 stories, reels, TikToks that you post, and none of them may be absolute trash, but that 10th one is the nugget. But you know what? Nobody's going to see that 10th one unless you've done the hard work for the other 9 before.
Exactly.
And that's what I think a lot of people don't understand. They think that, oh, I have to filter and edit and do this and do that. And it's like, and you spend, you know, all this time for the potential award of the likes and the comments and the views and whatever metric you want to use on it. And, you know, you set yourself up for failure because you haven't done the other 8, 9, 10, 15 posts just to get you to that one that's going to be a home run. Just like baseball, man, nobody bats 1,000. If you're not up there practicing, you know, your batting, you're just not going to hit it.
Well, and the reality of it is like a lot of girls are like, oh, I need to get my hair done. I need to get my nail done. I need to look pretty for this. People want to see what you look like in the morning. People want to see what you do.
Yeah,
people want to see your hair
want.
up, your glasses. They want to see you looking like a complete fool. And that's the same thing with like trucks or other things. Like they want to know that you're more than just your truck. They want to see what you do on the weekends. They want to see what you do in the morning. They want to see how you handle certain things that come at you in life. One thing that Lacey does that I absolutely admire is she's hot. Everyone knows she's hot. But she also posts her late night working in the shop. She also posts her life with Zach. She also posts like her and the dogs.
Exactly.
And that's something that a lot of creators don't understand.
Yeah.
And that's something that I finally understood. And I think that's why I've been growing at such a successful rate. I'm at like 85,000, I think, on TikTok and almost 30,000 on Instagram just within a year since I came to you.
That's tough to do in this environment.
And it's been a lot of work, but I finally understood the concept that I don't always have to be model ready. It's okay to be Jeannie.
Yeah, we have, you know, and again, you know, Lacey's a perfect example where she, you know, sometimes she looks just like a model, and sometimes it's like, oh, what happened? You know, but that's great because yeah, that's what people want to see. There's no way, you know, we typically, for example, don't hire or partner with, for example, bikini models, because you know, you look at, you know, bikini models and they have their Instagram page, for example, and it is just, you know, picture after picture after picture of them looking like they are like Baywatch material. And that's just really, I mean, it's a great picture, don't get me wrong.
It's awesome, but you can only post so much.
You can't get the audience to resonate with that. It's like, okay, so like what do you really look like? What are you really? It's like, you know, it's like, and that's kind of the what we're trying to get our creators and our partners to become. It's like you can see some of that on their Instagram or TikTok, but also taking that to the lifestyle portal allows greater engagement for really what is really more of what Jeannie or the other girls are.
Yeah, because I'm a model. Everyone knows I'm a model. Everyone knows I'm with Renegade. But my loyal followers come from me and my horses. My loyal followers come from me and my personal beliefs, or me and my son. I get a lot of people asking me parenting questions. I get a lot of people asking me horse questions. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand is like, if I'm constantly just posting me at a fashion show, me at a photo shoot, me as a babe, me doing this, me doing that.
You with a truck, you with a truck, you with a truck.
Everyone's going to be like, oh, I don't have anything in common with her. Why would I follow her? Or, oh, I don't have anything in common with her. This is boring. It's just another truck picture. And that's not what you want. You want them to be able to engage with you. You want them to see that you are more than just a model, or you are more than just an influencer. You're a human being. You're a person. You have a personality.
So I got a couple of questions for you now. The first question is, what would be your advice to your peers, the other gals and guys for that matter, that want to grow their following? What would you tell them?
Just post. Literally just post. Whether you're at the beach that day, whether you are in home not feeling it, whether you're having a bad day, just post. Be real, be yourself,
So even
be
if you're
authentic.
just having a beer, chilling with your kid, just post it.
Maybe not a beer with your kid, but
Something
post
like
it.
Post it.
Just post. Honestly, the more often you post, the more likelihood of people seeing it. Use the hashtags; they're there for a reason. Tag companies. If I'm sitting here in Maverick Abrasives and I'm doing an interview with Rami, I'm gonna tag Renegade. I'm gonna tag what outfit I'm wearing. I'm gonna tag anything that has to do with the area I'm in or what's in the picture. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. Is if I'm doing just a product photo, yeah, I'm just gonna tag that company with just that product, absolutely. But if I'm posting a picture of a truck, I'm going to tag who did the wrap, I'm going to tag the wheels, I'm going to tag the tires, I'm going to tag the company I used, I'm going to tag like the bumper that's on it, I'm going to tag other truck pages, I'm going to tag like as many people as I possibly can, because that widens the chances of people seeing that post.
I know you have a modeling coaching set up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a model manager.
You're a model manager. Is that included in the model management, like media management as well? Is that a part of the program?
No, I just offer that for my friends. I've had a couple of people reach out to me and say, Jeannie, how have you grown so fast? Like, how are you so substantial? So I give them my tips and my tricks because at the end of the day, I want to see other people be successful. If I can help you chase your dream and I can help you get where you want to be in life, then I'm going to. Why wouldn't I? I want to see people successful. I don't want to be like, oh, okay, this is my little secret. Like, no, I want to help you be successful. So
you just have to stay on it like nonstop.
You just have to stay on it. You just have to stay after it.
I just don't want to deal with it, but you just push yourself.
Yep, the days you don't want to do it are the days you need to do it because that's going to be the biggest changer.
Gotcha. Now you've been, okay, so we met you a year ago. Mm-hmm. When did we actually start working with you? Like, when was our first,
My first show with you was Smoky Mountain Truck Fest. I didn't have the pleasure of working with you directly. I worked with Kelly and Grady, but I worked with the Diesel Hotties and we took some media then. So I guess that was my first official show with you guys.
First interaction with us, and then it wasn't until probably Music City that we actually...
Yeah.
Were you in Music City with us?
Mm-hmm.
I told you that.
He's old, guys.
All right, so... so we did Music City, and then we did Daytona.
Yeah, Daytona was like the first actual...
Daytona was really a big scene for just... I forgot the fuck I was going to ask. What the fuck I was going to ask, Jordan?
I came to you a year ago, LST.
You're talking about LST.
Yeah, okay, so... All right, so you've been with us almost a year now, and we're looking, obviously, like any organization... both on a corporate level, but also on the influencer level. You know, we're big believers in influencer reach and influencer management and media creation. That's a big part of what we do. We think, not to pat ourselves on the back, but we think we're one of the more cutting edge companies that's really involved in some of that.
I wonder why you'd think that.
Do we get our fingers burned a few times? You know. There's no reward if there's no risk. That's just kind of
you're not going to be successful without failure.
It's just it's continued fine tuning of a program. But I know we've talked about this a little bit, behind the scenes, but maybe we can just share a couple of nuggets, a couple of tidbits. Like if we want to bring in more creators, more partners. Like what are we looking for, Jeannie? What's your take? Having now gone through this whole year with us. And graduating to a certain level of consistency with us, like what do you think? Like, what would you advise the partners out there, potential partners, to what kind of mind frame should they be in to come into this situation with us?
I think Renegade as a whole right now is looking for quality partners, quality ambassadors, quality influencers. So I think my most valuable advice that I could give anyone that wants to be a part of Team Renegade moving forward would be to work on your social standing, to work on what makes you unique, what sets you apart from everyone else. Figure out what makes you unique and run with it. Post as much as you can, show dedication, show loyalty. At the end of the day, you are who you are, and your character is going to say more about you than anything. Renegade's looking for quality people that are there to offer something that someone else doesn't have. So if you're in a lineup with 3 girls, what stands you apart from those other 2 girls? And that's what we're focusing on is who you are as a person, who you are as an individual, and how you can help Renegade be successful.
As a partner, right?
As a partner.
Okay. We want to talk a little bit about some of the what makes JEANNE JEANNE. And I want to, of course, you're a successful model, and you've chosen to do some model. Is it model management or model training?
Model coach. I'm a model
model
coach.
coaching. Tell us about that. What is that, and what does that mean? And is it just done locally, or what is it?
So as a model coach, my personal website is MAE Modeling. It just became live January 1st. I do have my own LLC.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's actually a huge step for me in growing my own personal brand as being partnered with Renegade. As a model coach, I go to photo shoots for women, and I help coach them on posing. I help coach them with outfits. I help coach them with like hairstyles. If they're going for a certain feel for a photo shoot, I say, okay, well, let's do this. Like, let's style your hair like this. Let's style your makeup like this. Let's wear this outfit, because that all of those little factors make a huge
I mean, it could be a big impact, obviously, in the way
yeah.
how, you know. So, is it all just local to where you are now, or is it, for example, you're going to Lone Star here in a couple of weeks? Are you able to? I mean, have you offered it to some potential creators? Say, hey, I'm available for do some coaching.
So I have. I was coaching 20 girls. I stepped down to 10 just because
I'm. Oh wow, really that many?
Yep. I stepped down to 10 just because I am doing a lot of other things, and I didn't have the dedication. Well, I have the dedication. I didn't have the time to invest in each one of those ladies, and it wasn't fair to them for me to only coach them half capacity. So I am coaching 10 ladies. I will travel. So I have a girl that's in Colorado. I have a girl that's in Utah. I have a girl that's in Texas. I have a couple in California, some in Oregon, and some in Washington. So I will travel to other states to help coach. I do a lot of like online coaching.
I was going to ask you, is that something you can do online or Zoom or
yes
FaceTime
and no.
or
So
something?
I can, I'll FaceTime them and go over posing. We'll go over outfits. We'll go over hair. We'll go over makeup. But at the shoot itself, I have to be there to be able to help adjust them, because if I'm like sitting like this, right, it's not very appealing. But if I like sit up and I like go like this, then like it's more appealing. And that's not something that a lot of people understand. They don't understand how to just adjust those little quirks in their body.
How should I be sitting right now? Like, what's your take on that?
Rami, I don't think you can fix perfect. So.
Oh, I could tell you are definitely in sales. I feel like that.
You just tell them what they want to hear, guys.
Tell them what they want to hear.
So I have made it abundantly clear that, like, hey, I will be at LST. When I'm there and I see other colleagues or I see other ladies, I always offer advice. I always try to help them because, again, I want them to be successful. So if I see them posing and it's not flattering to their body, I'll go out of my way to go correct them and say, hey, you should try this instead. It'll look better. And in a very nice, polite manner, because a lot of girls don't handle criticism well. So I try to be polite about it, and I tell them, like, hey, if you do this, it'll be more flattering for your body and more appealing to your subscribers.
So, Jeannie, I want to talk to you, getting to the lifestyle portal. As with anything in life, we are, whether you want to believe it or not, accept it or not, you want to be in denial, doesn't really matter. We are, at the end of the day, salespeople.
Yes.
We sell ourselves all day long. You know, whether it's you're selling a product or you're selling yourself, you're selling an idea, it doesn't really matter. We're all inherently salespeople at the end of the day. And I think a lot of people on social media are in denial when it comes to that. They think that, you know, posting up their cheesecake is something that they're doing for their audience out of love, but no, it's not. You're posting up your cheesecake.
I love cheesecake pictures, okay?
You're posting up cheesecake because you want some satisfaction in people acknowledging that you posted up a cheesecake. You're selling yourself, okay? Give me a like, give me a comment, give me a view, because that's why we're there. It's
you're there for the views.
You're there for the satisfaction of the self. Social media is an attempt to satisfy our ever-growing vanity. That's just how it is. It is an insatiable, like, you just can't satisfy it. Now there's like this, you know, Pandora's box of like being able to post anything you want whenever you want, looking for the the satisfaction of how many people acknowledged you, makes it even more abundantly clear that we are just all salespeople looking for something at the end of the day. But when it comes to private media, it's a little more straightforward, and I think that's where some of the creators get it and some of the creators don't get it. If you have private media, again, whether it's OnlyFans or TrueFans or a private portal like ours or your own particular website, at the end of the day, you need to promote that. It's your product. That is your product. I mean, Renegade spends a lot of time, money, and effort promoting its products, whether it's at a show or online or with Google or whomever.
Absolutely.
It's our product, and we spend time promoting it and selling it. And a private site is no different. How do you do that, and how often, Jeannie?
So I try to promote it twice a day, every day. Every day I make a post on it. I try to promote it on my Instagram, my TikTok, my Snapchat. TikTok's a little bit harder just
I was
because
going to say, how do you do that on TikTok?
You can't
That's
really link
really
it, but I'll say,
yeah.
I'll make a video or TikTok from like a photo shoot I did or something I did, and I'll say, hey, if you want to see the rest of it, go subscribe to my Renegade Lifestyle Portal. Links in my bio.
Right. So you do have a link in the TikTok bio.
I do. Yep. I have my link tree in there, and my Lifestyle Portal's at the very top of my link tree.
All right. So there you go, girls. So make sure you take advantage of those links, girls and guys. Sorry, on the link that's available to you in the TikTok portal. You can't obviously embed a link, at least not yet, anyway.
Nope. But it's on my page, on my bio. If you go to my bio, you can click on my link tree, and it's right there.
Yeah, you know what? And, I'm going to say this on behalf of Jeannie. Forgive me. Like, if you guys have any questions on this stuff, how to do it right, just DM her, okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm more than happy to help.
She's, an important part of the team, and her desire for the success of Renegade and its partners, and really,
You're gonna make me cry.
is it's important to her. It's important to me. So, like, if you have any questions, I think that some of that, as Jeannie steps up into more of a maybe managerial role within the structure of the organization, I think makes herself available for she's been very successful, and I think we want to make sure that we take advantage of those skills that you've been able to build in the last couple of years.
Absolutely. And I'm more than happy to help any of the ladies or guys that come on understand that, because I think that's a huge part of it. Because if you're capturing content, that's awesome. That's great that you're doing that. That's great that you're taking the time to say, oh, wait, I need to get a picture of this. Oh wait, hey, can you record this?
Sure.
But if you're not promoting it, what's the point in even taking it? If you're not if you're gonna post it on the portal, then you need to make sure that you're saying, hey, go check out what I did this weekend, or hey, go see what's new. Yeah. There's links available, so just copy the link, paste it, post it. That's all you have to do. That itself will draw the attention you need to your portal.
What's your take on sometimes creators are hesitant to promote, not just our portal, but really any portal, they're hesitant to promote their private sites? Is it because they don't want to be seen? The feedback I've gotten from sometimes is like, and again, it's not just for our portals, for all the other portals as well. Look, I don't want to be seen as overly salesperson. I don't want to be seen like I'm just selling my portal media, my TrueFans media, my OnlyFans media, whatever it is. Is there like a concern on that, or is it basically like people just need to acknowledge the fact that we're all on social media to sell something?
At the end of the day, you said it, we're here to sell ourselves. So, you should maybe not post every single post, but every other post, at least 2 to 3 times a day. You need to be selling it, because what's the point in promoting media if you're not going to get monetized?
Right, yeah,
like, what's the point in even promoting
What's the
it?
purpose of being on social media if you're not going to turn it into money?
Exactly. And everyone loves money. At the end of the day, we love money.
Yeah.
So why not make money?
I think that's what happened back in the old days, like when all the social media stuff started. And I'm an old Facebook guy. I don't use it that much anymore. But I hopped on the Facebook right when it kind of like became a thing after MySpace disintegrated. And it was really kind of fun at the beginning. It was like, reaching out to people you haven't heard from in 2 decades or something like that. But you know, very quickly, like within a couple of years, you know, and then Instagram came on board, and it was kind of like we were running both at the same time, and like, you know, it very quickly went from like, oh great, I got, you know, 500,000 followers on Instagram, like now what? Because if you're not able to turn, you know, those followers into peanut butter and jelly on your table at the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, you're spending, you know, really, I mean, the only asset you have, the only thing that really, really belongs to you, me, whomever, is time. And if you are spending your time creating media for somebody or something, you better make sure you're getting some kind of a return on it, especially in today's world.
And that's something that like with the YouTubers, they invest so much time in getting content and creating videos. And it's not easy to edit videos. It is not easy. It takes a lot of time. So I have so much respect for those individuals that go through and they monetize their YouTube channel, because that's hard work. That is absolute dedication. But why not put that dedication into the Renegade Lifestyle Portal? If you're going to put that much time and effort into creating a video and posting it on YouTube to get monetized, to wait to get monetized, to build up that monetization, because it's my understanding you have to have like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, right? Is that accurate?
I don't know. Like, you know, the problem with Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat, whomever, the problem with all these portals, these public portals, these public sites, is that, you know, I'm not really much of a card player, but I do like playing blackjack. But if you can imagine walking up to a blackjack table, putting your money down, getting your cards, and then they tell you, oh, by the way, blackjack's not 21 today, it's 22. You know, it's like they just changed the rules on the fly, and you're like the last to know about it.
Yeah.
And so you're always kind of like chasing this, you know, the word is algorithm that they use, but it's just, I mean, it's just nonsense. I mean, you're just chasing something that, you know, like it's almost like they want to make you as minimally successful as possible just to keep you there.
And that's the complete opposite of the Renegade Lifestyle Portal.
Exactly. And the other part of it is exactly what we do on, you know, on the private portals. Again, True Fans, Only Fans, ours, you know, the Patreon, whether you have a private site, it doesn't really matter. What that allows you to do is to control what you're doing and how you're doing it. And the way Renegade has set it up, basically, it's like, I mean, I think the analogy for me is, if you can think like I'm like, maybe like I'm a cable company, and my creators are channels. So if you want to go, you know, to HBO, like if Jeannie's HBO, and like I only want HBO, you get HBO. If you want to go to Athena and she's Showtime, well, you go to Showtime. I don't want to micromanage each creator. That's not my job. I just don't have, not only do I not have the time, honestly, but I don't want to stifle the creativity. I don't want to say, oh, Jeannie, you know, you can't put up that bikini shoot on your whatever. It's like, that's not my job. You know, there's a certain level of understood criteria that belongs or does not belong on the site. And then the creativity is left to each individual person to work within that for his or her own audience. Because Jeannie's folks, you know, let's look at Janessa, farmer's daughter, Wisconsin. She's a dairy farmer. I mean, most of the people want to see dairy farming stuff, and that's the people that she's appealing to.
Well, I think that's the fact that she's a woman and she's hardworking.
Yeah, and that's the media. Exactly, that's the media that she's providing. That people want to see more of behind the scenes that she's doing on her TikTok. That may not be, you know, that may not be appropriate for Athena. You know, she's not a dairy farmer, so like you're not going to see dairy farming. Not as far as I know,
that's
anyway.
Right.
So that's kind of how it's set up. So, you know, the end of the day, it's like you have to just really have to promote.
Yeah, it's all about, again, like you said in a weird roundabout way, we're all different. We all have different values. We all have different integrity. Athena's an athlete. I'm a mom, but I'm also a project manager. Janessa's a dairy farmer, like you said. Like, we all have different qualities about ourselves. So if you want to see more about this, why not go follow that lady on her own personal page on the Renegade Lifestyle Portal, and you can see more about just that. That's something, again, going back to the YouTubers, like they invest so much time into just getting views. Why not get paid for it right off the bat? They work so hard to create that media, to post it, and they have to wait to see a paycheck from it. With the Renegade Lifestyle Portal, we work hard, we get the media, we post it, we get paid.
You get paid, yeah.
So the Renegade Lifestyle Portal is a way for us to monetize our media immediately, and it's a way for us to have that financial freedom to continue to do
Right.
so.
So to go over the portal, how you make money on the portal, there's the subscription that each follower pays on a monthly basis, and you know the creator gets it. You know, sometimes it's free, sometimes it's $50, or whatever the creator
Yeah, we have
decides.
the freedom to change it.
So there's the feed, which is very similar to like an Instagram feed. That the subscriber pays for. There's one of the aspects that I think a lot of people have told me is fantastic is something called a vault. It's kind of like a library, so you can do your feed on our portal as part of the subscription, and then if you want to see more, like maybe you might be like a shoot, like a model shoot, for example, that'll show up on your feed, and you want to see the other 50 pictures from this shoot, you can upcharge for that as a separate standalone vault.
Yeah, so
or library.
So I use the vaults for like my model coaching, because these people are paying me to coach them. So I'll take a clip from my model coaching and I'll post it on my vault, and I'll say, hey, pay $50 to see my model coaching from this weekend, because it's not fair for everyone to see it when she had to pay for that coaching.
Right.
So I will post it up there at an extended price so you can see that. I also work with Adore Me Lingerie. So any lingerie that they send me goes directly into the catalog. People have to pay to see that lingerie or pay to see that catalog. So I will post some pictures from that photo shoot and I'll put it in the vault, because it's not fair for me to post it on Instagram for everyone to see for free when certain people have to pay to see it. So I'll post it in my vault at a price, and I'll say, hey, if you want to see this new photo shoot from Adore Me Lingerie, go pay the vault and you can see all of the pictures from the shoot.
Yeah, so those are the two main aspects. There's the messaging is always an important part of any of these sites. And our messaging, I don't know if we've done all that much with the messaging yet, but I think we're still fine-tuning some of the
we had a little bit of kinks and quirks in there.
So keep in mind this is something that's still relatively brand new. We are hopefully launching an app that'll make it a lot easier for both the creator and the subscriber. We're on the verge of that. Hopefully, we've been saying that for a month or so. But the fine folks at Apple are just a difficult group of people to really make happy, even more than my creators. So as soon as that app is launched, I think it'll be a lot less problematic. And then the final one that we've been playing around with actually this weekend is something. It's kind of like a pay-per-view. It's a live.
Yeah, so it's like on TikTok or on Instagram, you can go live and you can chat with your followers. It's the same thing on the portal.
Right.
If you're doing like a behind-the-scenes photo shoot, you can put a price tag on there. So like for example, like an Adore Me Lingerie photo shoot or even a model coaching, I can say, hey, pay $50 and see it live.
Yeah.
Or
if you're on the beach at Daytona, for example, or something.
Or I could even post it for free. Like we're going to go live later this afternoon when we go through the plant.
Sure.
And I'm going to say, hey, come walk with us as we go through Renegade. People are interested in seeing it. People that have never been here want to see it. So why wouldn't you hop on that, and why wouldn't you see it live?
Yeah, and again, what we're trying to do basically is what HBO and Showtime and Netflix and Hulu and what they've been doing now for years essentially is to privatize media and hone it in, focus it on the people that are interested in that media, as opposed to just broadcast it in a fashion that may or may not be hitting the target market. It's all about target market and being able to satisfy that target market and monetize off it, because that's why we wake up every day.
Yeah, because you can go through the guide all you want, but until you find something you want to watch, I mean, what's the point?
Totally. And I'm a perfect example of that. I mean, it's like I don't watch TV if it's not something that I specifically want to see. There's a handful of shows I'll watch. One on HBO and one on Showtime, and the rest is like I just don't bother. But I will pay for what I want to see. And I don't think I'm all that different of a consumer than anybody else out there. Really.
Exactly. Time is valuable. So why would you waste your time watching something you don't want to see? Why wouldn't you pay to watch what you want to see?
Exactly.
It gives me that extra financial freedom to in turn keep chasing my dream, because especially as a single parent, like most of your money goes into your family. It goes into your house. It goes into...
Totally. And and again, unlike some portals out there that focus on a sliver of the content that can be made. Again, I talk about graphic content. Our portal is it is not get rich in a month type of situation. This is an ongoing, long-term project.
Yeah, I'm constantly getting revenue from it.
My creators, my partners are people that I hope and expect to be with me for a long time, building this over time. Right now, it essentially is in the maybe media building phase, but of course, as we get into more of the actual branding and brand building in the future, the JEANNE MAE brand and so forth, that's where additional sources of revenue and monetization can occur. So that's the one thing I do want people to know about our stuff. It's not designed to be like I'm going to make a bunch of money in a month or 2 or 3.
No, it's,
on the
it's
contrary,
longevity.
it's a long term. It's a long term process. Forward thinking, long view. So like that really is the focus, is team building for all of us, but also individual building over the course of a multi-year period. Did you hear about the guy who invented lifesavers?
I did not know.
They say he made a mint. Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors?
I'm afraid to ask.
Because if they had 4, they would be chicken sedans.
What if it's a convertible though? Like, what if there's no top on the coop?
When you're in the shower singing
Uh-huh.
and you get soap in your mouth, what's that called?
How do you know I'm in the shower singing though? What if I don't sing in the shower?
It's the premise.
Oh.
You're in the shower singing and you get soap in your mouth. What's that called?
Soapy mouth syndrome?
Soap opera.
That was good.
Where do fruits go on vacation?
Are you asking me this? Is this a question?
Yeah.
The basket?
Paris. Where do you learn to make a banana split?
31 flavors?
Sunday school. Did you like that? That was a good one. I actually like that one. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. JEANNE MAE, thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
coming down from Medford to hang out with us.
Klamath Falls. It's not that hard. Klamath Falls.
Suburb of Medford, 2-hour suburb of Medford.
It's a small little country
That's like
town.
saying
It's not a
Santa Barbara.
suburb.
It's like Santa Barbara is a suburb of Anaheim.
No one said he was smart, you guys. He's just pretty.
So we're looking forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks at the Lone Star Throwdown.
Yep, I'll be there.
Celebrate our first anniversary with JEANNE MAE, our first anniversary of meeting her.
There better be cheesecake and beer, or I'm not coming.
Like happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah.